All right, so good evening, everyone. Just want to honor and acknowledge each and every one of you for being here. I know it's a Saturday evening and everyone's all ready to learn because it's another episode of the Limitless Possibility series of the Rich Friends community. And sa lahat ng mga ka-rich friends po natin dyan, welcome po sa inyong lahat. And grabe, it's really exciting for this evening session because we're gonna have a fun-filled and full of learning session. And of course, sa mga dyan na hindi sanay nag-English, so those that are not so familiar speaking English, dala-dala po kayo ng tissue kasi baka mag-nosebleed po tayo dito. Pero I'll do my best. Tawa-tawa na lang po tayo dyan because later on, we'll be interviewing one of my personal mentors, super awesome person, grabe. And to think that I've known her for the past 4 years already. And this person is so inspiring and has been creating lots of impact to a lot of people around the world. And I know all of my friends right now, they know this and they've already experienced her in some way or form. Pero grabe, for those people na naririnig ako, they know what I'm sharing for the past ilang months, past ilang weeks, past ilang years. I got this from her. Wow, diba? So I want pleasure to actually have as our guest for this evening one of my personal mentors. She's also a business coach, an executive, and sobrang dami niyang programs na fina-facilitate. And grabe, sobrang blessed na lang ako na we're actually having her live this evening. So, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Coach Gina Katigbak. Yeah.
I love the air horns. I think that's my favorite sound now. I think I need to have that as a sound effect every time I walk into the room. Hey, it's Coach Gina. And then the air horn goes on.
See, Coach Gina, you have so much fans. Tingnan nyo lang dito. Oh, you know, Coach Gina.
Hey,
oh, love you, Coach. Hi, Hillary. Shout out.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Well, thank you so much for inviting me today. I really, really appreciate this space. I actually I wanted to just reach out and talk to you, but sure, let's do it live. let's let the world know what we're talking about.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah,
It's really an
yeah.
honor to have you, Coach Gina.
Thank
Kasi, it's
you.
been a long time. I think more than a year since we last talked.
Yeah,
Almost more than a year.
yeah,
Sometimes we
last
chat.
year.
Uy, tinan mo, may supportive son ka.
Ah,
Supportive.
may raving fans.
Yes, I know. Look, nandito rin sila Jen. Oh, welcome, Jen.
Yes.
Ito, mga supportive. Wow, di ba? Coach Gina, very supportive people around your space.
Thank you.
Grabe
Thank
talaga.
you. Yeah, I love it.
We also have Camille. Oh, can't wait to see you on Breakthrough. Wow.
Wow. Get ready, Camille. Get ready, Camille. For those of you who have experienced me in Breakthrough.
Oh no, oh no. Yeah. So just to share to everyone, I'm really happy and excited to have Coach Gina in our Limitless Possibilities, where we actually just see people creating different possibilities in their lives, from doing corporate work, doing coaching, and we've already had different guests in the past. We had Coach Don last week. We also had stock trader Boner Dito. We also had our DJ Justin Quirino, and
Wow.
sobrang daming guests. And yeah, really excited to just
Wow.
have you with us for this evening, Coach Gina. And
Well,
yeah,
thank you.
maybe you could just
Thank you.
share us how has it been during this past few years, you doing your corporate job, no? So to those who hindi pa nakakal, may corporate na ginagawa si Coach Gina, and you also
Yeah.
doing, different coaching. And
Yeah. Well, it's been an amazing ride. I think the blessing of pandemic has really been about how coaching has just expanded and has been actually explosive, especially here in this country. And more and more people are getting attuned or understanding really the value that coaching can really bring into their lives, whether they get coached themselves or they use coaching conversational skills to really build their businesses and yeah, like get tremendous results. So I think it's been really, really great, interesting, and the fact that it's also done now online. Whereas before, I used to trek, drive to the session, and then do the session, drive back. It's been time consuming, but I love the online world. It's like whole new
I
world, whole new
I
world, and
know. And I remember, like, that was 2020, we also had a different program for it. And we were like,
yeah,
really? Online?
I know, right? Kaya ba? Pwede.
Pwede,
What else is
pwedeng
possible?
pwede.
What else? Infinite possibilities, right? So making it
Exactly.
happen, I think that's really the true value that I've been getting over the last 2 years, really stretching a lot in terms of not just my corporate world, but also marrying it with, facilitating and coaching online. And then now that live events are back, whoa, my schedule is full. So it's been very exciting and a lot of growth, a lot of learning for me as well. So I mean, I'm excited to see more people live, but I'm also just as happy to see the more and more people be accessible to coaching also online, because before it's geographically challenging, to
I
do
know.
coaching,
Yeah.
especially in
And
Manila.
and right now we can actually do it hybrid style.
Exactly. Exactly
Yeah.
that. Exactly that. And yeah, you
Amazing.
really get the best of both worlds. And I think that one of the things also that I've really truly embraced with online is it breaks so many borders. Like it's not just limited to this city or this country. It's now international, which is really exciting. So you're getting to coach and support, mentor, coach other coaches around the world, from
Mhm.
India, from Malaysia, all over. So really exciting.
Agree. I
Yeah,
remember that when we had the coaching greatness, right? We
yeah.
had people from Spain.
From Spain, from Hong Kong, from Singapore. Yeah, it was
Yeah.
great. It time timelines lang, but so what if they have to get up at 12 at night? 1 o'clock in the morning. So they're
Yeah.
committed.
And you can see them. They have sun, and we were like having our
Yeah,
session at 8 p.m.
I know. Some of them were just like waking up, and yeah, it was really good. And it's great to see that that it really can transcend all over, and problems are real everywhere, us and people have goals everywhere in the world. So as coaching, with coaching, you could really support so many more people, and getting to learn more cultures, like how they do it, how they think, and that's what's exciting about it as well. Yeah.
way. So there's so much limitless possibilities when it comes to coaching.
I absolutely agree. I think not just in terms of reaching people, but also like building businesses, different types of businesses. I think that's what's really the most exciting, because I got into coaching to help me build the business that I was in, that I was supporting at the time.
Mhm.
And I think that just sort of proof of concept for me that, oh shit, coach, oh sorry, oh darn, coaching works. Sorry, may bloopers ba?
It's all right. There's no,
Gonna keep it
um,
real now.
yeah, of course.
Yeah. No, that it really does work. I mean, transformation is there, but like you can go to the programs, get your transformation over a weekend, but to make it stick and to make it, sustainable, you need a support structure after it's like aftercare. Aftercare coaching is that, keeps you accountable, keeps you like
Exactly.
on your toes. Yeah. That's what I love
Love it.
about
Love
it.
it. So what I like that about that, Coach Gina, is that yeah, it's creating limitless possibilities, and you started out in a. I know you started in a different career before you ended up in your current one, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah,
maybe just
yeah,
to throw this
yeah.
question
Okay.
in our conversation, how did your earlier career choices lead you to where you are today?
Yeah, interesting is that I think I've always been sort of in the business of transformation. My earlier career was I'm a fitness trainer by professions. Earlier in my career, I was like, in the 90s, aerobics instructor, and then I got into fitness. Yeah, yes, one of those. And Earlier in my career, I got into personal training, so that was like one-on-one, and it was more of physical transformations, and I was also a competitive bodybuilder, and so that sort of really got me attuned to like how we can easily transform our bodies. Focus, all the disciplines were there, but
Mhm.
focus on physical, the physical. But what was really interesting was that as you are training someone, you're getting to know them, and you're also supporting them in their way of thinking, the conditioning around it, the reconditioning about how they also see themselves. Those are all part of transformational processes, and creating a lot of awareness about what they actually can do, what's possible for them.
Mhm.
So that was really exciting. And then I got into the business side of that business, so running gyms, running facilities. And when that happened, now it was sales. So it was no longer like the operation side. Now it's like, oh shit, it's targets, it's sales. We have to bring in revenue. And so that's which was a foreign area for me at the time. Like I always
Mhm.
felt, oh no, I'm more of an operations kind of person. But yeah, you kind of gravitate to where the money is, and sort of building programs to support abundance and wealth. So that was a game changer for me, because I didn't realize that I needed really to learn how to better communicate with people, and
Mhm.
support them in how to see themselves, also transform their how to transform their own way of doing businesses or doing business. So sales wise, things like that, leading teams, things like that. Yeah.
Wow.
So that's where I am today,
It's kind
leading
of
teams in a
far.
bigger way. Yeah, it's very far. It's very far. But I was
Yeah, building
in my earlier
physical
career,
change.
yeah, business development,
Mhm.
physical development. So a lot of transformational stuff happening, like transforming businesses, also like doing a lot of business development for that particular industry. So fitness industry, coming into the country where personal training wasn't really so big at the time, and
Mhm.
developing that service, and then moving to aesthetics, and sort of growing businesses and testing things out, creating programs. So that was really exciting. So lots of transformation stuff. So
Grabe, awesome.
now it's shopping centers. Now it's malls.
Awesome, awesome, Coach
Yeah,
Gina. Grabe. And I'm pretty sure no, even the people in watching right now are amazed
yeah.
that what? Coach Gina was a trainer? Literal trainer?
Pam. Yeah,
Yeah.
I got on stage once, competed
You did?
nationally. Once is enough. Once is you. It's already lost the magic. Yeah, I competed nationally. It was part of one of my goals in a coaching program that I attended, where you have to set some goals, and so take the biggest risk. So I trained and I competed for National Philippines, 2004, I think, 2004.
Wow.
So that was quite a while ago, but
That
yeah,
was a really amazing shift because you shifted from literal bodybuilding to creating change, building people.
yeah. So working in, like, not just the exterior anymore, it's working
Yeah.
inwards now, like really, because that's where the meat and potatoes are. If you really wanted big change, you got to really sort of couple both physical and internal, right? And that, I think it's because it worked for me. That's why I was so, like, I became a fan of it, and I couldn't stop it. Like, I was invited to a program, I started doing coaching, and then I just couldn't stop. I was like addicted to it, like, I want to change more lives, I want to transform more people. It works.
And it does.
It
Yeah,
does. It
it does.
does.
It
And I
does.
think that's really the most important thing. It's like, how can you contribute in a way that is really supporting positive change for people,
Mhm.
especially stop suffering or struggle and things like that. So I think it's because I was going through it myself. I wanted to make sure that other people were getting the same benefits as well. So I think
Yeah,
that's, yeah,
I can definitely relate to that because
yeah.
especially when I encountered you guys, I mean, the whole
Mm.
Coach Gina, and I was like, man, she changed my life. How do I do this to other people?
Right, right.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And
And
it
you
was
find
like,
your way. Yeah.
wow.
Well,
And
you're
the
doing it with this
conversation
program.
is different.
Yeah.
Conversation is definitely different
It's
from how
it
we're taught growing up, and right
yeah,
now it's wow, definitely changed.
exactly. Yeah.
Mhm.
I think
Mhm.
what's really amazing about coaching conversations in particular is that you're really focused so much on what is really saying, and not just what's, being said. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Like
get it.
you get a deeper meaning for it's more a meaningful conversation than anything, and it's very directed, so it's very like there's a lot of purpose to the conversation. So I find that more efficient and effective than just blah blah blah, let's just talk
And
about the
I
weather
can
and so
assume that you're actually getting better results.
yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, that's what the conversations are for, is how can this conversation serve this person in the best way. And that's going to come from the person as well. And so as a coach, you're just like really holding that space to allow them to really find their creative solutions for themselves. And in doing that, you as a coach, you get also so many light bulbs in the process for yourself too. So I think it's such a win-win, it's like
Mhm.
win-win talaga. So that's why I love it. I get to know people, but I also get to know myself even more as I have conversations with people. So, and what's interesting is I don't even really need to be an expert in what they're doing or their lives. I just need to be good at listening and
Oh yeah,
good at holding space. Yeah.
exactly. Oh, we have some people commenting on our live. Oh, sabi ni Ago,
Transform.
transform.
Yeah, that's the
Wow.
battle cry.
And here's Jen. She said, coaching conversations changed the game.
Yeah, yeah. It truly can. I think one of the things I just finished another session earlier. A
Mhm.
group had invited me, and they were talking about being a limitless being. You
Mhm.
know, really tapping into your fullest potential so that you can maximize your results. Now versus later on. And I think what's really interesting is that these conversations are now a lot more common than they were when I was growing up. Like, nobody ever talked about transformation. Nobody really talked about infinite
Mhm.
possibilities, limitless beings, and that. But now it's really something that is, people have sort of,
Adapted
gotten
to it.
very, yeah, very accustomed to it,
Mhm.
and also the fact that they desire it so much. They want to be
Exactly.
connected in some way, shape, or form. They want to know, how does that feel like to be limitless? How does it feel like to be self-assured? How does it feel like to be exponential, like, like what
Uh-huh.
everybody's saying nowadays? And I think that what's interesting is that people can really create that for themselves. And yeah, and one of those structures is having accountability people like us coaches to be there to
Mhm.
support them in their growth process, or in their transformational process, and in their limitless processes, whether it's in business or in life, right? whether it's
Yeah.
like you help so many people in business with your own your own content and things like that, and you can see their business has really changed once they get that light bulb, right? They get, oh my gosh, that's how it's done. I did not know. And I said, yes, you did. Now you know. So now they
Yeah,
apply it,
because
and then they
whenever I
see
have
such,
conversations, it's all about what do you want to do, and they're like,
yeah,
this is
yeah,
different. Why are you asking me the question? You're the consultant. Yeah, just
yeah,
deep dive in the process. Wait for it.
yeah. Trust the process. I love that. I love that. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that a lot. Like they come into a session and they go, "Tell me the answer." Well, no, you tell me the answer. So it just goes back and forth.
Agree. And just
Yeah,
want to ask this, Coachina, how has your
yeah,
career changed in the past year? I mean, how is it? You mentioned coaching has changed from not being talked about, then now it's normal. It's like the general thing.
yeah. How has it changed over the past years? Well, I think it's just exploded, really. I think one of the things that's really changed for me is, I used to think of coaching really as oh, this is my way of giving back to the world, and I'll do it for free, and just help as many people as I can. And then now I see it really as a, wow, this is a phenomenal growth business that you can really monetize and build a very solid career around, and help so many people in the process. And embracing that has really been able to really sort of launch a lot of the programs that I'm working on, and even for myself, like really looking into the possibilities of what coaching businesses, or even facilitating, leading teams in their own transformational processes. It's been really incredible. It's something that I saw it in business as a proof of concept when I was doing it myself, leading my
Yeah.
teams. But now teaching other people to do it is also just as exciting. And being exposed to so many companies in helping them to lead teams, like effective ways of leading their teams, from the old way of doing it to a new conversational style type thing,
Mhm.
not
Mhm.
directing anymore, but really, you know lead and pace. And yeah, so very nice transformation.
Agree. And
Yeah,
it's a big change because I remember I've been working for the past 11 years in the corporate world, and conversations are like, do this, do that.
yeah, direction.
From a shift to, so how do you want to do it? How do you make it excellent? I was like,
Yeah.
why are you asking me? You tell me what to do.
I just follow your instructions, which is really exciting as well, because like just this last year, our organization, also as big as we are, in really instituted coaching conversations, in our in our workspace. And now it's a learning organization now versus a directing.
Wow.
you know it's learning from within as well, and it allows people to take more ownership versus being told what to do. They are also now contributing a lot more to the ideas, to the processes, and they feel a certain level of more value in the
Mhm.
importance of the contribution that they make as well. So I think that's what's exciting also, is that more and more big companies are bringing in coaches, or they're bringing in coaching programs in some way,
Mhm.
shape, or form, alongside the skills training. Now this is
Mhm.
more of, yeah, how to engage in better communication. So
I agree.
minimizes the fear. Minimizes the fear.
But even if in our company, it's a big company,
Yeah,
it's not so easily talked about. It's being taught to the
yeah,
managers,
sure,
but at the end of the day, it's not as much as it's used. But I remember our conversation before. You told me, just
yeah,
do it in your own department. Start
yep,
with your start with the small
yeah,
people around you.
sure,
And I know some of my friends have already said to me that, wow, this is different. The
yeah.
conversation is a lot different. The commitment to what they want to do is also different.
Mhm.
And especially, I think it's more of the change in the generation.
Yeah,
The Gen Zs are
absolutely.
different. They think differently.
Very. Gotta be friends. I think that's
Agree.
what's really changed in the corporate structure now is like us non-millennials or non-Gen Zs trying to bridge the gap. You know, trying to bridge the gap has been a topic of many coaching conversations.
Mhm.
And I think that that's really the workaround now is that the recognition that the workforce is this age group. That's really the workforce now. And so, how do we now lead these varies, very certain, and they know what they want kind of thing, and they don't want to be told what to do. They want it to be drawn out from them and contribute and very creative and the like, and which is really also something that has shifted a lot in especially us with senior managers or certain
Mhm.
tenured individuals in our organization, and in a lot of the organizations that I'm also seeing and engaging with. How do you bridge that age gap and sort of like break down those age barriers so that the conversations are more fluid, they're more authentic, and
Mhm.
there's a lot more two-way conversation and contribution. Yeah, it's
Agree.
nice. It's nice to see that. Yeah,
It's gonna take a while though. For some bigger companies, it takes.
it
How
will.
long did it take? Is it all implemented in your organization?
Absolutely not. Like I said, it starts in small doses. I think they really just trying to institute something like this. It's still something that a lot of people need more awareness of.
Hmm.
And you know one of the values that we really want to try to get more companies is skills are important, but communication is more important. Like really elevating the communication skills of people are more important, so that in doing that, you're going to have a much more dynamic and a much more cohesive organization. And the skills will follow. I mean, the skills, that's just man hours that you're going to be learning those skill sets, but it's in the effective communication that's going to change the game and level up people's ability to contribute more and engage more versus just being not not engaged and just sort of be written there, just be there, clock in and clock out kind of thing.
I agree. I definitely agree. I think, especially with how generations are changing, they also
Yeah,
want to talk more. That's what I
they do.
noticed. They want to be
Yeah.
heard compared to being told to.
Yeah, yeah. And I think what's interesting also is like I don't have all the ideas and I don't want to have all the ideas. I'm tired of having to give all the ideas and all the solutions. I think that's where this skill set really comes in so handy because I mean, face it, the creativity is really coming from this younger generation. They've got new, bolder answers where us in the older generation, I will just say older generation, that we kind of get set in our ways, right? We kind of get stuck to we've always done it this way and we continue to do it this way. But they love challenging the norm. Why do we have to do it this way? Why can't we do it another way? And it does open up a lot of our eyes. And I think also the pandemic taught us also we got to be flexible, we got to be fluid, we got to be adaptive. And so that coupled with a Gen Z, wow, so many learnings for my generation.
Grabe. You know what's interesting, Coach Gina? I remember my
Uh,
mom when she's actually attended Discovery.
yes.
You've seen her,
I've seen
and yeah, she loves how all of these things are different. And at times she tries to practice them, but she's telling me like this is the next thing. But sometimes you just do it yourself, and then you just help me do apply all of these. Facilitate for me.
yeah.
She brings me in. Oh,
It makes
damn,
you
facilitate for me. Okay,
yeah. Yeah, yeah. And
win
that's
win.
really that's really where, the that's where we really continue working on, changing the way we do things. And change is not as quick as a lot of people expect it to be. It doesn't stay as, it has to be habituated if you want it to really stick, right? So practice, a lot of mastery, a lot of practice. And the
Yeah,
desire for change, intentionally changing, right?
I love that word. Intentional changing, intentional
Yeah,
practice.
Yeah.
It's been a long journey, especially for everyone. I've been lots of people who went into coaching. Some have disappeared.
Yeah.
Some are still here, right? And
Yeah.
you've
Yeah.
seen them. They've grown to different people.
It's
A
amazing.
lot better. A lot better.
Yeah. Amazing. Amazing. Yeah.
So
And
with
and
all of these
again, no,
things,
so many
yeah,
opportunities.
go
Go
ahead.
ahead. Sorry. Go ahead.
Yeah. So, Coach Gina, what are the challenges you encountered when starting this whole being a coach thing? Any challenges when you started this? Maybe how has it been?
Absolutely.
Uh huh.
Challenge is the name of the game, right? I think one of my biggest ones early on in the career when I was still training to be a coach, training to be a facilitator, especially of the transformational programs, right? So you train under a mentor facilitator and a coach, things like that. Is I get stuck in this imposter syndrome, like, am I faking it? Like, can I really do this? Am I good at it? That kind of thing. And you sort of hold so much responsibility because you're really affecting lives, right? When you go up there, you're affecting lives. When you're having conversation, anything you say out of your mouth, what if it's wrong? And then all of a sudden, like, her life goes to shit. So you kind of take that responsibility seriously. And so at first I was really shy about, going in there and coaching. But at the end of the day, it's really just a practice of surrender. Like, do you really want this, Gina? I had to, like, this come to Jesus moment. Do you really want it? Do you really want to do this? And I would have to just say, yeah, at this point, it's really, there is no other way for me. I probably would say that I was meant to do coaching because I'm pretty passionate about it. And I just, like, yeah, I didn't realize I love talking to people so much. I always thought I was an introvert. But I didn't realize I
Really?
really love talking. Yeah. Can you imagine?
It's really surprising, Coach Gina, for you to actually share that you were afraid that you were actually going to be a good coach, and you're actually one of the best I know.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah. Hey, we have
That's
some
early in the
people
career.
saying hi. Hey, it's Ken. Hi,
Hi,
Coach
Ken.
Hello.
Hi, Coach Ken.
Sabi niya, it's in the level of communication engagement that will change the game. Wow.
Yeah.
May quotable quotes ka na, Coach Gina.
Oh, nga, no. I love that. I'm talking all about playing your game big this year. Like going out big, going out bold. And one of the things that we really encourage people, especially in the transformations, is take the risks. Be bold and take the risks. And in doing that, have the structure to support you by having accountability, creating a structure that will, manage your expansion in whatever way, shape, or form that you want to, take those risks, right? And yeah, and enjoy the process. I think that's the thing, is people sometimes they take life so seriously, but at the end of the day, you got to have your laughs, you got to have those air horns. Yeah, the joy is in the learning, I think. And if we can spread more of that out, that's going to be really a more fun and amazing ride for a lot of people, and they're going to enjoy the game more, the game of life more.
Agree, definitely. So maybe with all of these challenges you've mentioned,
Yeah.
and enjoying life, what kept you motivated the past X number of years? What kept you going despite the challenges? Because I know it's a long journey. It's been a long journey.
Yeah, it has. Like, I've been doing this for about 18, 19 years now.
Wow.
I've been into coaching for that long. And yeah, I know, right? It's like, wow, that ages me. But I think what has really kept me going, and there are days when you just go, I don't want to coach anymore. Because, like, I don't want to be talking anymore, or building content. And, am I really responsible for that? But what has really kept me going was the love and joy that I feel after really helping someone and hold space for someone, and they find their learning, and you see them doing it on their own, and they're really moving forward. And it's like, for a lot of people who may not know, like, I do these courses, and I see them maybe for 3 days, and then that's it. And my hope is that at somewhere down the road in their life, whatever I was able to interact with them, that the message lands, that you are possible, that you are awesome, and that you can do anything that you set your mind to do. And don't be afraid. That's basically what I want people to really take home, is don't be afraid to live your life to the fullest, because there are people out there who believe that who believe in you and who believe that you can. And as a coach, that credo that I hold is really, I think, what inspires me to continue moving despite challenges, despite obstacles. I mean, life is full of that anyway, like
Yeah.
obstacles, challenges. You just got to find your hack around it. And what really keeps me centered and really focused on continuing the coaching process and facilitating transformational self mastery programs is that I see people as completely whole, creative, naturally resourceful, having their own unique solutions, that everybody's really out there with positive intent, to just live a better life. And if I can, in some way, shape, or form, have some kind of an engagement that would help them to see that possibility, I'm signing up for that, no matter what. I'm signing up for that. And that's just going to enrich my life and make me feel that I am accomplishing the purpose that I've set out to in this lifetime. Maybe in the next life it's a different story, but in this lifetime I'm supposed to be your coach. Yeah. I'm
Mhm.
supposed to be your coach in this lifetime. And I'll be
Wow.
yeah, I'll hold that I'll hold that banner up for you even when you don't believe it. I'll hold that banner up for you that you're possible.
Grabe.
Yeah.
Right now, no, what I'm seeing is that it's so there's a higher purpose to what you're doing. That's why no matter the challenges, no matter what other people say, nada,
Yeah.
nothing. Yeah, because it's
Yeah.
it's all about impact in
Yeah,
some way or
yeah.
form. All about impact.
Yeah. And I guess it's really also like, how does it impact me? And it's just like a lot of times it just blows my mind. It fills my love tank all the time. And it's because I'm giving love, giving support, and that's, I got a lot to give. So, yeah. Share it with the world. Sprinkle love all over the place.
I don't know. It does get tiring at times, but whenever you
Sure.
look at the bigger purpose, what it's intended for, and
Yeah.
the impact they'll do, it goes,
Yeah.
wow, wait, there's more to this.
Yeah, I think it's with any desired outcome that anybody really has. Like, they have a goal, but sometimes the journey to going for those goals or going for your purpose, you really have so many things that you face, adversity, challenges, like that, and it's how you as a human being rise to that really, it tests you, right? It tests you, and life will continue to test you, and so you just have to meet yourself there. Like, are you ready? And that's what I love about coaching, is because we help people find that alignment with where they want to go, and help them meet themselves who they want to be and become, and what they want to create. And we become witnesses of that. I think that's beautiful. It's like a movie. You're watching someone do amazing things, and you're like, oh my god, that's so amazing, and I love that. And you can write it in your book and say, I was witness to that. Right.
I
Yeah.
agree. I agree. Because when you got me in for abundance coaching, grabe,
Hmm.
I've seen different students create limitless possibilities for themselves.
Yeah.
Grabe. I was like, seriously?
Yeah, I know, right?
And then whenever they see you, grabe, coach, you helped me so much with this. How?
Oh, just,
Okay.
I don't know. Sure. I'll take it. Yeah, and I guess I think that's really where the sort of those are all the bonuses that you get, when you do this kind of work, because it's really, it's a blessing to be able to do it. You're guided when you're doing it. You find light, right? You're holding up a light. And so the more of us coaches that can hold up lights like that, wow, we're going to make positive change in this world, and the world needs it. So start it in your own little corner of you know, your own little space with the people that are around you, and then it just grows bigger and bigger. Like, I point in case, your own group, right? You guys are just like, wow, your lights are shining so far, reaching so many people. Creating content like this, like, it's light, that you're sharing with the world, and that's beautiful.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I agree. Especially now, I've already talked with OFWs there in Qatar. And I was like, serious, you're in
Wow.
Qatar?
Yeah, I know, right? I
How's that possible?
Yeah, sometimes that's the question I ask. Where in the world are you right now? So it's like,
That's the intro
yeah,
question.
that's the intro. Hi, where are you from? Where are you from? Yeah.
Agree. Grabe.
Mm-mm.
Grabe talaga. So maybe just a follow-up question then. What are the
Sure.
possibilities your career has brought to your life?
Well, definitely a lot of, I guess, a lot more relationships. A lot the possibilities that, well, financially, of course. I mean, you could really create such an amazing business with it. Yeah, I love that ringtone, and also I think a lot more. You get hungry to learn more, about
Oh,
what you're doing. And so the growth in learning, that's really what brought a lot of impact, because before it was like you're taught certain skill sets around it, and then as you learn along the way, you just get more hungry to be able to share more. So you do more research, you get more certifications, you engage with different, groups, and you learn more businesses, you learn, how it impacts, and more frameworks and things like that, more modalities. So from here, from coaching, I learned meditation. I learned how to be a meditation teacher. I even went I took a yoga teacher's certification, but no, it's not for me. I did the 200 hours, but
yeah.
I just said I think I'll just do this in private and not teach it. But the meditation has been amazing,
Mhm.
and then it just branches out, because you start to find more of yourself also as you coach people, what you gravitate towards, the kind of coaching that you want to do. So maybe at first, when I did start in my career earlier on, I was a fitness coach, right? So it'd be more about the physical transformation. But then as I got deeper into the coaching and facilitating transformations, it was a lot of inner work, a lot of, release work, and a lot of, changing the way that they saw themselves, their self identities, and possibilities. And that was exciting for me. And so now learning more techniques to be able to support people. And then I got into counseling just last year. During
Wow.
pandemic, I was able to complete two more certifications, NLP and NLP, coach counseling. So that has deepened even further the types of conversations and clients that I can take on. And now it's helping, yeah, with, especially now with a lot of, mental health, like, a lot of challenges around anxieties and depressions and things like that.
Mhm.
And so now having compassion and understanding, going into mindfulness. So it goes in so many different ways, right? It goes in so many different ways.
In
And
short,
then, of
limitless
course, the wealth.
possibilities.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I had a dinner with a good friend, and you know him also. And now it was all about, this the mindset of being really confident and relentless, like this very
Oh.
certain individual. So I've been walking around, like, really, testing that out, coaching myself on how to be extremely powerful and confident, and just owning my stuff. So that's been really fun to do. So you get to test things out, and it's brought me, in terms of career wise, definitely where I am today in my corporate job. That has
Uh-huh.
helped me, yeah, has helped me so much in just being able to take on more challenging opportunities. Like, if nobody wants it, I'll take it. You know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
You don't, you're not afraid. You're not afraid that, oh, is that going to be a career breaker? No, you're not afraid. You say, okay, I'll do it. I'll go there. Okay, I'll try. I'll do it. And then you get to test yourself out. So it's not just about coaching other people, but it's really coaching yourself more, and how I've expanded as a person, and where I am today as well. Yeah, in the careers that I have, both in corporate and in this business. So yeah, the kind of
Wow.
audience we face, right, in
I
breakthrough.
know.
So bring it on. Bring it
Exactly.
on.
And it's so amazing how you've mentioned different aspects. And in terms of growth, you've grown from personal trainer, then because of all this coaching, okay, coach myself to grow further, then grow more. And it's
Yeah,
limitless.
yeah, yeah.
Limitless.
Exactly that, personal trainer. And then it became like, um I became a sales manager and
Uh-huh.
then director, and then moved to facilitating and training, and now, you know, now I go into corporate shopping centers. So, I don't know.
Wow.
What? What?
Everywhere.
What? And it's because, the coach, why there's this huge difference in terms of industries, is because as a coach, because you are fundamentally involved in supporting people create awareness of their capabilities, you also see so much of that in yourself, and it doesn't phase you to go to sort of like a totally different industry and say, okay, I'll own that, and then learn what you need to learn and do what you need to do and be excellent at it, because that's just fundamentals. Those are character qualities that you just want to bring out. So
Yeah.
anything else can be learned, or it's just resourcefulness, right? How resourceful are you? Yeah.
Agree. And everything is in YouTube.
I love YouTube. I was like, I love YouTube. I was
Yeah.
on this kick about makeup, like
Uh-huh.
doing all this makeup and eyelashes and stuff. So for like the last 2 weeks, I've just been putting eyelashes on, and I love YouTube. It's just like you just grow so much. I can coach you now
Exactly.
on makeup art. Anything.
Exactly. And definitely in different careers,
Yeah.
once you get equipped with coaching skills, different techniques, wow.
You can learn anything and
Hmm.
everything, and I think the fact that you've worked on yourself is more than anything, more than the coaching skills, is because you've done so much self mastery in doing the coaching, right? You've done so much self mastery that nothing really phases you as much as it would have years ago, and you don't press the panic button as often as you do. You don't get phased by that. You know how to practice non-attachment, but still be compassionate, that kind of thing. And learning also how to sort of manage your emotions. I think one of the things that I'm really excited about is emotional intelligence coaching, which I got
Hmm.
certified for last year as well. And that is, I think, an area that everybody needs to know about. How to be emotionally intelligent and how to support others to be emotionally intelligent as well, and how to manage their emotions. I think the last 2.5 years have just been so toxic with everybody's like emotions running rampant, right? They're just reacting. And so how do we start reining that in and really being more, you know, purposeful and grounded and not so anxiety driven. Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Exactly. I love that. Maybe Coach Gina, you could actually give some tips for those who actually want or who want to be a coach, a life coach, or
Sure.
yeah. Any tips
Yeah.
for them
Well,
who's interested to do that as a source of income?
oh, as a sort, yes, absolutely. So first of all, get yourself into a coaching conversation just to see if you like it. You might not even like doing it, right? Get yourself in, have some coaching conversations. And I'm actually running a course in a couple of weeks. It's an introductory leadership coaching masterclass that teaches you the fundamentals of coaching conversations. What are the key competencies? And so you'll learn how to listen better. You'll learn how to engage in conversation in a more meaningful and effective, a more productive way. It's really meant for performance coaching, but you can really translate the skill sets through so many different, channels, right?
Yeah.
Even sales. So I use coaching conversations in closing sales as well. So I think that's been really, really effective in my corporate job, and because I do, leasing, right? So I think that's been really exciting. And get yourself into an intro course to see, do I match with the skill sets that I need to learn for it, and that's important. And get some coaching so that you know what it's like to be coached, and then step into a intro class and learn what it's like to coach, to do the conversations yourself. And it's fun. It's fun to do it. It's fun to learn. Learning is fun anyway, right?
Oh yeah.
So
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
you get to meet other people as well.
And you get to meet other people in different industries, different age groups, and I think that's a more real population. than if it was just your group, your team, because it's like very comfortable to be, to be in the same team all the time. And so you get to be casual. But when you're there with a mixed group, like it's a public class, so you're there with a mixed group of different ages, different industries, different levels. And so that's a more exciting test ground for you, and a practice ground, not a test ground, but a practice ground, because then you'll know how it will be like when you start looking for clients, the kind of clients that you could serve best. And normally for those who want to get in coaching or want to institute coaching in their current business as a way to be more effective and more productive. Like I said, no, I started as a fitness trainer and then became a fitness coach. So definitely any kind of service industry, coaching conversations is going to just benefit you every way, shape, or form. That's where I took, like, even most importantly, sales. Like, I learned coaching primarily because I wanted my sales team to really do more, but I used to be one of those very director type bosses, tell them what to do. Yeah. And so, but it gets really, really tiring to do that because you take ownership of everything that's going on. And so we wanted to have people who were more self-motivated, self-managing, because in sales, you got to be self-managing, self-motivated, and most importantly, really self-assured. Like, they really need to know that because, no, sometimes you can only take so many no's or maybes or not nows. So how to be very resilient, in the face of what you're after, and finding the right, market for you and things like that. So, and that's really just paid off so much in the businesses that I've been doing with coaching. Yeah. So I think that's what's exciting. So tips in the career as a source of income: get started with just a basic course, intro to coaching, get yourself to see how does that, match with you. And then we start looking at what kind of niche you want to go into. Was it life coaching, business coaching, executive coaching? There's so many different fields, right? So many different fields.
Exactly.
And yeah.
It's definitely, I definitely agree with that one. I think that's how I got into coaching as well.
Yeah.
I attended Discovery, and I got to experience a coaching conversation.
Yeah.
And I remember when I did my own breakthrough, and we were like, oh, okay, this is something I want to do.
Yeah.
And suddenly everything else, all of the stuff that I do toxic consultancy, I do wealth coaching, and it's all different.
Right.
But I apply the same principles that I got from the different classes I've attended.
Exactly that. And I think that's really the beauty of it, is that, it's a communication style, right? It's a communication style, and it's such an effective one, especially if you want to really step into leading yourself and leading others. As a communication style, it's also very permissive and very, it's what do you say? You're not stressed trying to find solutions for everybody. They find their own solutions. You don't have to know.
You don't have to be an expert.
Not at all. I can coach a rocket scientist if I have to.
Wow.
So rocket scientists out there in the world, come and talk to me. Let's talk about your goals.
Building a rocket.
Yeah, sure. Exactly that.
Actually, so many things you can actually talk about. So many things you can actually do, knowing your niche, knowing the actual market you want to serve once you become a coach.
Yeah.
Breaks down a lot of boundaries. I know, like right now, whenever some of my friends tell me, ano ba yung coach na yan? I mean, ang daming coach bigla. I think it's a matter of how do you distinguish, like, the normal coach from the actual coach.
Yeah, right. Well, I guess it's really in it's in the learning that they've gone through. It's in the way that they have started to master their craft. Like taking the skill sets that you're given and continuing to build on it in a way that you also show up in who you are as a coach. You show up with the results. If you're coaching for results, if you're coaching for performance, you show up with that. You got to be walking the talk, you know. So if you're a life coach, it's also about you also working on your life. It doesn't have to be perfect, but you're also doing, you know, what you expect your coachees to also be doing. I think that's also the beauty of it, is you get to coach yourself a lot of the time. So I have these self conversations, you know, about coaching myself.
Yeah.
What's next, Gina? You know, that kind of thing, and it's been very, very helpful. Like, and so it allows you to really just thrive in any area or arena that you want to step into, you know. And I think that's what's so interesting, is that now people are going into masterminds and they're going into success coaching, and it's just making the games more exciting, you know, the coaching arena that much more exciting. So I guess what separates those that have been doing it for a while, that's really gotten the practice and the mastery in, versus those who are just newly coming out, is the time. It's really the practice that you put into it. So if you want to master your field in coaching, you got to get into coaching conversations. It's as simple as that. And one of the best ways is to plug into a class, practice there. It's a safe space to do it. You don't. So if you make mistakes, you have a mentor coach to sort of guide you through the conversations and stuff. But and at the end of the day, you walk away sort of like, okay, I've gotten the practice in. Now I get to practice in real life, and then take it back to a mentor coach and get feedback on it as well. So I think it's great to be guided, versus, you know, you download an online app and say, how to be a coach in 30 days online, but you don't get the feedback that you need if you got the conversational skill sets down, right? So not that I'm knocking it at all, because I took some online, you know, additional online certifications, but it's so good. Coaching is conversation. Exactly. So unless you're talking to the computer and the computer's talking back to you, it's not happening, right? That's not a coaching conversation. So it's really nice if you're doing, you're doing something live, and there's like this energetic exchange, and it will deepen your know-how to coach. Yeah, sure.
Here's another one confirming. This is from Jack Salen. Hi, Jack. So true. Get exposed and you'll get addicted to coaching. Once you experience people learning from you and get to where they want to.
Yeah, really, really true. And it's not that the coaches are better than, or we just have put some time into it, so the awareness is a little bit higher. But let me tell you, we're still human, so we make a lot of mistakes still, and we learn from that. You know, we learn from that because of the self-awareness. We also know how to manage that for ourselves too, so that we can bounce back really fast.
Oh yeah. Definitely. Grabe, Coach Gina, this is sobrang blessed ako. I just feel so happy, you know, you just being here and then sharing your story. I know not everyone knows your story. That's what's interesting around it, right? And just want to get some shares. Where can we find you? You know, because the 1 hour is not enough. And we definitely want to see you live, face to face, or see you in online.
Yeah, so I'm much better. I'm a much better experience live. That's for sure. You can find. I have a website, so www.coachginakatigbak.com, and then also I have FB and IG, which is Coach Gina Katigbak, and so I have some programs coming up. Yeah, I have some programs coming up. October 8th is the live leadership coaching masterclass. That's 15 hours of coaching, not all on one day, but it's live, 1 day live, and then the rest will be online. So it's a hybrid course. The live is where you're going to get the skill sets, and we're going to do a lot of fun practice and a lot of interaction and engagement. And then we follow through online. We follow through online with mentor coaching sessions, peer coaching sessions, and additional learning sessions online, so that we can continue to support and follow you through. I also do support IM Plus with their leadership, with their transformational programs like Breakthrough. So I'm a lead facilitator for the Breakthrough course. You have to take the Discovery course. So this is a personal development, personal mastery program. So if you're interested to build your container, create your expansion so that you can create massive results and massive change in your life, this is the course for you. Like breakthrough course is the course that sort of where you do a lot of self-confrontation, and you don't buy your excuses and dramas and judgments, and nobody buys it for you. So you do go into a very deep dive, and it's not for everybody, but for those who take it, yeah, you do walk away with a lot. You do walk away with a lot, and that you're ready to rock and roll, right? You're like, you're
That's
ready
a
to rock
lot.
and roll. You
Yeah.
just, when you walk out of that course, you're like, okay, life, bring it on, life, bring it on. I'm ready. And then after which we plug you into a 90-day or an 81-day coaching program. So this is a performance coaching program. So whatever you're taking as a goal that you want to set for yourself to sort of continue your mastery practice, you set a goal, set some goals so that you start to habituate, these practices of success for you, which is called abundance. And that is I mean, I just can't say enough about this coaching program because it's highly interactive, it's experiential, it's definitely one of those programs that you will get so much learning from. And just not 81 days, you create stretch goals that you achieve, so life transforming, really. So whatever learnings you have, so a lot of the time people like download a lot of things, right, from YouTube or books, things like that. But you need a practice place. You need a place where you're going to test it out. Evidence. Am I growing? Am I changing? So this is the place where you want to plug in so that you're coached all the way through it. You're coached all the way through, and it's so fun and so scary and a lot of times, but that's where the excitement is, right? In that roller coaster ride. So and so you can catch me there through IM Plus. And then if you have any small businesses that you'd like to expand nationwide, if it's retail, restaurant, service, or something that can fit in a shopping center, commercial space, hi, look me up. I'm Gina Katigbak. I work for SM Supermalls. We're really excited to support and develop small businesses. I'm doing what we call a startup program. So any online entrepreneurs out there who want to test your product on a physical space and become an omni-channel kind of entrepreneur, please find me on our SM Supermalls leasing inquiry. I'm the one that would get that and help you through. Or you can go to our website and check out our MSME startup program for those small businesses that want to learn what it's like to be a retailer, physical retailer. And then for those with bigger businesses, well, we've got a chain of supermalls that we can support you. Especially we're looking for food, restaurants, services, wellness, you name it. We have space for that. And so you can connect with me. MJ knows my number. But you can, like I said, you can go to our SM Supermall website for under leasing inquiries, and I would be very happy to get to know you and your business more. So, and help you expand. I've helped thousands of businesses expand nationwide and regionally. So currently working in Visayas, Mindanao, Luzon, so nationwide. Or if you have something that you want to do in China, we've got malls there too. So you can come and connect with me.
Awesome. Yeah. Grabe, no? So guys, obviously, we got it all.
We got it. I need a horn. I need the air horn.
Love it. And thank you so much. And we've actually had a lot of people ringing in. Guys, just don't forget to log in. You want to experience Coach Gina live? Greatest experience is face-to-face. No joke, hands down. Face-to-face. Go for LCM, Leadership Coaching. Grabe, live.
Yeah,
pakita natin yung boom. Ayan, no? Ayan.
Yeah,
That's
boom.
already on October 8, 2022.
Yeah.
And you've heard from Coach Gina herself, lots of activities to be done, lots of practice ground. Just click the link in the chat box. It's bit.ly Leadership Coaching Live. You can actually avail the may early bird pa, no? Early bird until September 20.
Sure. Yep. We certainly do. And of course, for your audience, special programs also available for you guys, special discounts. Just hook message us, and we'll be happy to support you in whatever way we can. Just got to get the message out to everyone. Coaching is available for you. Being a coach is also available for you, and it can certainly level up your life. Yeah.
Definitely. So nag-extend na tayo ng 5 minutes. Guys, thank you so much. Maraming salamat, Coach Gina. Really happy that you're here. So we're just gonna do some outro video.
Thank you.
We have outro video, you know that?
Wow, you're so fantastic. I love that.